We're live.
And we're live, and it was live during that.
What up? What up?
Howdy, my fellow Florida anglers. Merry Fishmas.
All right, let's
How are
see
you guys doing?
Let's look at the comments.
Oh,
They're coming in quick.
were we muted is all I have to say. Oh, Thomas Woodring.
All right, yeah. we'll go ahead and let you guys fall right in. We'll take our time. Hopefully you guys are out pre-fishing already this week.
Nathaniel Holly.
So we got Tom Woodring. What's up? Nathaniel. Chris, the man, the myth, the legend. Chris Mitchell's here.
Okay.
Robert Phillips. What's up, sir? Ma'am. Amy Brown. Todd Zekiel.
Todd.
John Fennell.
I'm taking note of who also. If you guys are going to be fishing this weekend, go ahead and drop your name in the comment section so I can go ahead and make sure that you guys attended the meeting today. So it is mandatory. So I just want to make sure you guys are being covered. So if we have people who have questions tournament day, we're going to be like, hey, well, did you watch the live mandatory captain's meeting? So Alan Reed.
So,
can you guys hear us all right? Are we loud enough or do we need to get closer to the camera? We are in my casa this time, as you can see above the Bailey house. Right behind me is Butterfly. So that's where all the bigs come out of.
the Dinks.
Dave Fields.
No McDonald's today. We had Chick-fil-A earlier.
Ryan is hitching a what would you say? He's staying in my Airbnb. That's what he's doing. So
you got Nathaniel. It's too hot for sweaters.
Hey, this is going to be my I have a Christmas bash that I have to go to Saturday after our event for the military. It's like the military Christmas party. So I chose to wear an ugly sweater. So yeah, I'll be wearing it.
Nick Slim, you already got him. What's up, sir? Michael Kunchnik. I don't want to mess your name up. I was pre-working. Yeah, I took leave to come up here early this week.
Yeah. Sean jacked a big one today. If you didn't see our the Facebook page, he went out and caught his kicker for Saturday. So count him out of it.
Yeah, I went and sore lipped everybody's fish today. So so did MLF. So Don't worry about it.
So for those of you that didn't hear, we had some individuals from our tournament go out this week and pre-fish starting on Wednesday, and they were greeted by Kevin Van Dam, Robert Wheeler.
I mean, they were all out there. Jacob Wheeler, Todd Faircloth. I mean, who did I talk to today? Ott Defoe and Todd Faircloth. So they're literally all up in everybody's water. They kind of were on the south end of Clermont chain, and then the north end, or vice versa. So yeah, it is what it is. They're not too. I was talking to the camera crew. They're not too sure if they're going to be there Saturday or not. So that's also a possibility with insurance and boats. But it's their team event. So yeah, I think it's like 8 boats and probably 8 camera boats rolling with them. So it's not too bad.
On the bright side, you might get a good hot breakfast biscuit at the boat ramp.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, if they're at your boat ramp, you're going to get a Panera sandwich because they have leftovers. They had leftovers Wednesday morning. They had leftovers today. So we got free sandwiches 2 days in a row.
Todd, you're on here. Okay, so yeah, real quick before we do get started, we're still letting some folks roll into tonight's mandatory captain's meeting. So I'll kind of go ahead and drop some of the news. One of the additions that we brought onto our team as far as like on the admin side of it, is Todd Quillen. He is. We're still in the works of what exactly he's going to be doing, providing some expertise in for our club. But yeah, everybody welcome Todd. He's already been fishing in as a member of our club, but we thought, why not use some of his expertise to just make our club that much better. So thank you, Todd, for accepting all of our invitation and joining our team. He's only going to make it better. And today he brought on another sponsor to the club. So we're going to post that information up onto to our Facebook page. It's a $15 discount, or a 15% discount. I'm sorry. And it's Torrent. I don't know if you guys have heard of that bait company before, but we're going to drop their link to where you can kind of go on there and do some surfing. But what they do, what they specialize in is plastics, soft plastics, A-rigs, tungsten weights, so on and so forth. But yeah, we'll drop a link on the members only page, your discount code and all that stuff. So you guys go out there, show them some love. And hopefully they're going to be giving us some product to give away to some of you anglers so you can test some of their product out. So yeah, thank you, Todd, for all that you've done already. And we look forward to continuing working alongside with you for the remainder of this year and next year. So yeah, cool. What else? Kenneth Graham, you guys are on here.
Let's see. You got Tyler already?
Tyler who?
The waffle?
Yep. Yeah, so real quick in the comment section while we're writing down who all attended, how many of you guys have been pre-fishing? How well have you guys done, and what's your guys' plan for Saturday, if you don't mind sharing it? What's the bait that you're going to be using? Just drop it in the comments, tag me so I know what I need to be using on Saturday. I already know what this dude used, so I'm putting that on my rod next. So just drop a comment. And I know what you're using, Todd. I saw your bait the other day. The Ned head wide gap. Yep. Not lying. Todd's been killing it out there. So
dinks for days. That's pretty true. It's pretty true.
Yeah.
I did find a little bit better quality than dinks today, which hopefully they're out there Saturday. I struggled, no plan, just rolling with it.
Amy, you know what to do. You found fish. Just stick to your plan.
Robert Phillips going to Butterfly.
When you going to Butterfly, Robert? I'm staying right on my couch. I got these already. I haven't fed them for 2 weeks. They're hungry. Clay Rex, bare hands. Okay. All right. What is surface? Oh, surface baits, top water. Okay.
Hot dog. I believe it.
Kyle Keene destroyed the dinks. Yes, the dink slayer. Fish slow. Fish slow. Destroyed the dinks. I caught I went pre-fishing with Mike last weekend, and I caught about 15 dinks. So I got them under wrap.
Well, I mean, like everybody says slow. I mean, yesterday I would agree with you, it was slow, but today it was
opposite.
Yeah, opposite.
Well, but there was wind.
There was wind, yeah.
So
yeah. So going from yesterday to today, it was weird out there for sure. Speed it up, slow it down, just figure out what they want. And it took me a little while to figure it out today, but once I figured out what they were wanting or how they wanted it, kind of helped out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. So I know a lot of folks have been mentioning about the boat ramps and some of the issues that they've been having pre-fishing. I mean, part of this trail and some of the spots that were chosen, it is to challenge. That's the part of fishing is fishing these fisheries that are a challenge and make you have to wonder what they're biting and having to present them the bait that they want that day. So I like the challenge. I'm excited for it. I might go out there and zero. I hope not. I think I have a bait that'll get them riled up pretty early in the morning. But overall, man, I'm up for the challenge.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you guys. Hopefully you guys are in good spirits and start posting some fish pretty early on in the day. So
I think it's going to be good. I don't know. I know I'm going to probably ruffle some feathers, but I hate fishing on a full moon. And I think it was last night, wasn't it? Full moon. and I don't get along. But following the full moon, it gets better. So I think Saturday is going to be good. The ramps listed are the only ramps we can use. Yeah, public launch ramps.
Any public launch ramp you can use.
I'm only tracking the 4, unless you know of another public launch that we don't know about.
There was a marina that I called that was up on the north side of Minnehaha. They're not public. It got bought out and they changed it to a private area. And there's like a rental boat, like
I think I know what you're talking
out
about.
of there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know a lot of the ramps are marked on. Look like Chris brought every color of Jabberjaw.
Not every.
Everybody's been watching this. Oh, are you talking about you?
Yeah, David Meyer.
Yeah. Like I was saying, Indian Hill Park. I think I know what you're talking. But doesn't Indian Hill Park say no launching from the park? I believe I saw a sign. I think I drove by there today, and I'm pretty sure there's a sign that says no launching, no boats, no boat launching, something along those lines. I can swing by there tomorrow and take a look, but
yeah.
All right. I'm pretty sure I drove by Indian Hill Park today, and it said that on a sign.
Evan Percosa. That's a good last name right there. Unless you guys have pre-fished there and it said that you're able to, as long as you can provide evidence that it is a public boat launch, because whenever you check in, right, is the private launch for Minnehaha legal? No, it's private. It has to be a public launch for you to be able to launch from it.
Yes, we put out the four ramps you can use.
He said he lives right across the street. Is it public, Evan? As long as it is a public boat launch, yes, you can launch from it. It's accessible to the public. Am I right? That's fair to say.
Yeah, but we also listed the four places on the Fishing Chaos.
Yeah, so
I'll swing by there tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I drove by there, and that's what it said. It said no boat launching from the park, but I'll double check it tomorrow because we're right down the road. So.
And for those of you, we're the list, Clay. If you go onto the Fishing, it's on Facebook. It's on our Facebook page, members only. We made Sean made a post about all the boundaries for the Clermont event. But also, I took that same information and I dropped it and created it into the description. If you go to the Fishing Chaos app, click on the Clermont Chain of Lakes tournament dashboard. You hit show description. You read that whole intro, and it'll say all the public launches and the boundaries within the Clermont chain.
Yeah, we'll just stick with the four ramps we listed on the Fishing Chaos app and the post we made. They're both identical, and everybody's fishing out of the same ramps.
Yeah, there's again, it's all about making sure that we're not. We want to make sure that everyone has the same and equal opportunity to get to where they're going. Again, guys, we're giving y'all 3 hours before lines in for you to get to your spot. So utilize your time wisely. Understand that parking may be limited in those areas. When you pre-fished, I know where I pre-fished, there wasn't a ton of parking. So just make sure. So I think KBF will limit ramps next year. Yeah, there was talks about that at the national championship, which had talking about the ramp access for next year. But yeah, those four ramps with we have 26 anglers that are signed up to fish the event as of right now. So if you haven't registered, remember 8:00 tomorrow night is when registration is going to close. So make sure you sign up. But with 26 anglers, those four boat ramps, it should be able to. They should be able to hold.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. But if you guys have any questions, we are going to get started. We'll go ahead and get started with with today's captain's meeting. So if you just joined, make sure you drop your name in the comment section so that we can take attendance. I am taking attendance. For those of you that don't drop your name in the comment or can't watch the live right now, that's okay. Still just drop your name in the comment sections. I will be after registration closes tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I'm going to go back through the comments and make sure that I have everybody checked off. If you're not checked off, I'll make a post on the members only page and I will tag you in it to remind you to watch the captain's meeting. If your name's not in the comment section, you did not attend the captain's meeting. When you submit your fish for in the catch submission log, those fish are going to be DQ'd. It's important that you guys are watching this captain meeting just so that on the day of the tournament, all your questions should have been answered. And we're doing it on a Thursday, so it gives you more than 24 hours to have to come to us to ask any questions that you may have. So we can clarify that, so we're not having any last minute shenanigans going on. So we want to make sure that this tournament goes on without the hitch, and you guys are out there catching fish. The more time you have out there in the water fishing, obviously the better that we're going to do. So without further ado, we'll kind of get started.
Okay.
So as of right now, 10 minutes ago, we have 26 anglers that are signed up to fish this event. That's awesome. I'm sure we're going to have 4 or 5 more that are going to sign up kind of between now and the end of registration. So that's awesome. We actually just reached our 70th member last night. So we are at 70 members total, and 27. We have one more angler that just signed up. So 27 anglers signed up for this event. That's huge. Tomorrow after 8, we're going to post what first, second, and third payouts should look like, what big bass is going to look like, so that you guys should know expectations for that. There are going to be big checks. We did make some big bass. I'm actually going to run out whenever I'm done and bring those in and show those off. We did something special for big bass, and we're going to continue that for the rest of the season moving on. So I'll go back out to my truck and I'll grab that for you guys to see. But yeah, we'll kind of get started real quick. We'll go over some of the rules updates real quick. I don't know if you guys have seen it. We made a post on our members only page. We listened to the anglers. We listened to you guys after the first event, and 2 main changes. Fish minimum. I am going to type it in the comment section. Can we type it in the comment section? Yeah. The minimum inch requirement for you to submit a fish for the rest of the FKBT is going to be a 12-inch minimum. That falls in line with KBF. So we wanted to make sure that we are kind of in that same boat. So if you are fishing a KBF monthly and you're fishing our event or you're fishing any other events, there's no gray area. There might be no confusion. So 12-inch minimum for our trail moving forward. And then the second major rule change is going to be the hands on the fish. For those of you that are confident and comfortable with no hands on the fish, fantastic. But if you do decide to put your hand on your fish, it is very important for you to make sure that you use proper hand placement. If you look in our rules, again, on Fishing Chaos, the tournament dashboard, it says view rules. Right there, you click that button, our rules pop up. It shows you exactly the scoring criteria for our events. It shows you a picture of where your hand placement can be and where it cannot be. It's plain and simple. It's red. It shows you no hand zone, no touch zone. To clear some confusion, you can touch those areas when you're positioning your fish on the catch board to get it where you need it to be to get the maximum length possible. But when you're snapping that picture overhead, your other hand cannot be touching the tail and covering the eyes, correct? Yeah, touching the tail or covering the eyes. So hopefully that does clear up any confusion that you may have. I go hands off unless I have a fish that just is acting crazy. But Sean, what would you like to add? Like
all those dinks that we're about to catch.
Yeah. So the littler the fish, the feistier they are. Let me tell you. Sometimes you just gotta smack them and put your board at an angle. But definitely with the smaller fish that you could possibly catch, and they will be jumping. So just slightly place your hand on top of them like that in the touch areas. 2-3 fingers is all you really need to really calm them down, or wet your board. Wetting your board and putting it at an angle really does help. It's helped me. If I can do it, you guys can do it, let me tell you. But yeah, ultimately we want to create a tournament that potentially will allow us to commingle and coexist with other tournaments down the road. And we don't want to be that club that presents a barrier and limit you to that.
Yeah, for for sure we're gonna do a prize for the smallest.
Yes,
the smallest dink, and it's gonna be the Little Debbie Award, and the Little Debbie prize is right there. So the Little Debbie.
You will be getting a Christmas tree.
So if we want to launch at Arnold's Brother Park, we're not allowed to cross into Cherry to reach the rest of the chain. Are we allowed to pack up and drive to another ramp and reach the rest of the chain? Yes. That road that separates that access to Cherry, that's a private road, so no, you're not going to be able to cross the road. And yes, if you go on the one ramp and you decide to leave that ramp and go to another ramp that we said you could launch from, you can do that. Oh,
what were they saying?
I'll win that one. Oh, here comes Bailey with the big bass banner.
So, for those of you that want to partake in the Big Bass Challenge for the rest of the year, we're going to be having some of these cool little things that little certificates. I did make one for the for Big Bass for Headwaters. So Curtis Yakovich being the winner for that, you'll be getting this. But this is just something that you can kind of keep in your office. It's nothing too crazy, but we definitely wanted to have something for you guys and gals to kind of take home for participating in those big bass. Yeah. So anything under 12, I wouldn't. You can just hold on to it, or you can post it in the group chat, or not in the group chat, into the Facebook page. If you catch one smaller than that, 12 inches, just take a picture of it, post it on our members only page, and that you'll be the winner.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. I was going to say, how are we going to track that? Oh yeah, for sure. Post to the members only page.
Members only page
with the identifier visible.
Yes, your identifier has to be visible, so that we know with a specific code. And yeah, you'll be the winner of a pack of Little Debbie cakes. And
just to clean up on like some of that, he already covered positioning of the hands, photos. Just make sure it's clear photo. Watch the mouse. We had there was a lot of open mouse last time.
Yes.
So just take a couple photos. Take your time. And get the mouse closed. Make sure identifier, we can see the code on the identifier. If we can identify that that's ours and it has the right code and we can read the code, it's good to go.
Actually, that brings up a good point. We're not judging your fish. No one that is associated with the Florida Kayak Bass Trail from this tournament to the end of the year, the championship, is going to be judged by
Real Tournament Management.
It's going to be judged by Amanda and her team at Real Tournament Management. They're doing us a solid. She's fantastic. She works with KBF. She actually works with a ton of fishing trails, and she has folks from all over the country that are judging fish. I think the individual that's assigned to our tournament is actually from like the northeastern part of the United States. And it's going to be one person that's going to be judging our fish for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys do have any questions, right? She told me to mention this to you guys. There is going to be on the Fishing Chaos platform homepage, there is going to be a tournament questions link that I'm going to put in the description. If you have any questions or your fish gets disqualified, there is going to be a link with an email that you click, and then you send an email to that person. However, that person is most likely going to call you first and address why that fish was either DQ'd or how to fix it. So make sure that your location services are turned on, your app is updated, and everything is good to go, so that whenever you do submit the fish in Fishing Chaos, there's no hiccups. Whenever you have a disqualification, it's not going to come to myself or Sean or Todd or Ryan or Chris. It's not going to come to them. It is going to go straight to that individual who is going to be judging our fish. My wife says those are nice Christmas decorations.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize it was her.
This is a camper, but my wife still decorates this place like it was a mansion out in Beverly Hills. So
yeah, so going off that, like I think we brought it up before. Just make sure. I know I'm notorious for putting my phone on do not disturb while I'm on the water. So just in case you get notifications, like because you're going to get an email notification from Fishing Chaos or however it's done, that submission's been disqualified, and the process, it's probably going to tell you, hey, resubmit another photo.
Yeah.
Is probably what it's going to tell you. I don't know. I've never had a fish DQ'd. So.
Yes, but they follow our rules. We like black and white. There's no gray area around it. What they have is exactly what we gave them to judge. And I don't want you guys to waste your time calling me or Sean or Ryan or Chris in that regards. If you do, that's fine. I'll answer the phone. I'm going to be out there with you guys. And that's one of the main reasons why we went that route, to have them judge our fish, is because I'm not going to be judging fish. I'm out there fishing, you guys. That's not fair. And yeah, that's not what we're going to do. But contact the source, so that you can get the situation fixed a lot quicker than going through me and I'm calling somebody, they're calling me back, and then I'm calling you. That's just not how it's going to work. Now, if you have a question tournament specific, yes, you can contact one of us, and we'll walk you through it. If your battery dies, or if you need someone to pick you up, something crazy happens, of course, call us. If it is emergency situation, obviously call 911. But if it's something that we can handle, by all means, call myself. My cell phone number is in there as well. Call Ryan. Call someone, or message us on our Facebook app.
Yeah,
and we'll get back to you.
And I know we got some new anglers. If you're not on the members only page, request to join. And if you go down, if you're already in the members only page, if you scroll down far enough, I posted both my cell phone numbers. I'll have both my cell phones on me out there. So if you guys have a tournament specific question, I'll be able to answer. Bailey will be out there fishing too, so he'll probably answer, because I'm going to call him on the water.
Yeah,
show him all the fish I catch just to mess with him.
Yeah, if you guys have questions, I mean, I'm fishing alongside of you, but at the end of the day, my job is to make sure that you guys are the tournament's being ran smoothly. I just like being out there and competing, because I do. That's I'm competitive in nature. Chris
Clutter will be out fishing this weekend.
Yes.
You'll see Chris Clutter out there. He's working right now, but he'll be out there.
Ryan, he's got some stuff. He's a coach for his son's soccer team, so he up until February, I believe, every Saturday he's out coaching his son's soccer and his daughter. It's soccer season in their household, so it's a little difficult for him to get out. He did come out Wednesday and pre-fish with some of these guys. So he drove all the way up from like Fort Myers, south or north of Miami, to come pre-fish with these guys for a day. But hopefully, after February, he should be on board to be able to kind of hop back on and fish some of our events. So, yeah. So Todd, Ezekiel, message me on Messenger, or you have my phone number. So message me. The liability waiver is actually located on our members only page underneath the files section. But if you'd like, just send me your email and I can send you the form to fill out. So if you are new and you haven't filled out a liability waiver, make sure that you do fill one of those out. Message me, message Sean. If you're familiar with how it works on Facebook, on our members only page in the top right hand corner on like the scroll bar, it'll say like photos, all that stuff. It'll say files. You click files, it will have our FKBT paper waiver template that you can print out and use those. It'll have our liability waiver. It'll have a template for a W-9 for you to fill out. It'll do everything. Mike did the form. Yeah, Mike, your form. It actually sent it to me through Google Drive. I'll get with you after this and get that figured out. I appreciate you bringing that back up. It was having me sign into something.
All right. Hey, so I'm going to cover some stuff real quick, just to clarify, so there's no confusion. So you can, the earliest you can launch from the one of the four ramps is 3:30. So 3 hours prior to lines in, which is 6:30.
Yes.
Lines out is going to be 3:30, but you have until 4:30 for photo submissions. So lines out, no photos taken after 3:30, but you can submit your photos until 4:30.
Yes.
And you have until 4:30 to check out. So you must check in and you must check out. So you'll be able to check in at 3:30, and you'll be able to check out up until 4:30. And so you need to check out prior to 4:30.
Yeah. So I know some of you guys who fished the Fellsmere and Stickmarsh event. When you guys got back to the boat ramp, y'all came to me and said, "Hey, the check off the water feature is not showing on the app." So I called and spoke to our Fishing Chaos POC who runs all the configurations for it, and they're working on getting a fix to where you can change. You can put what time they have to check off the water. But right now, what it's doing is whenever lines were out, we were saying 3:30. That's when our tournament ended. That's as soon as 3:30 hit, it was basically taking off the water feature and taking away. It's basically saying everybody should be off the water at 3:30. Which in our case, that's not the case, because lines out is at 3:30. That gives you an hour to get back from wherever you're at. So just make sure you do pay attention to that. So whenever you are slowly making your way back to the boat ramp, you're leaving yourself not 2.5 hours away of a kayak ride to be able to check off the water. If for some instance something happens, you message us and just let us know, hey, I'm off the water, or hey, I'm not off the water yet. And it's after 4:30. We just need to make sure you guys are safe and getting off the water. We would hate to leave an area and you guys are still stuck on the water and we're halfway home and we're going to turn around and come back and get you. So do us a favor, make sure you're checking in and checking off the water. The feature is right on Fishing Chaos. As soon as the tournament goes live tomorrow, you're going to see check in. It's in the same area where you click submit fish, in the same area where you can see all the tournament description. It's right there. So, and then I have one more thing as far as the tournament identifier code. I'm going to be at the Pahalaka River boat ramp Saturday morning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a box in the bed of my truck. I'll show you which one it is. I'm not going to say it here on live just so nobody's going out there and going to get into my vehicle, but I will post in the members only page what my vehicle license plate is. And in the bed of my truck is going to be the PVC identifier card. Sean, he will have a couple with him as well. And
yeah, I'll be at Clermont boat ramp.
Yeah.
Right there beside, I forget what the park's name is.
But in the bed of the truck, you're going to have your identifier card. However, you guys are able to utilize the link, the PDF that I put on the members only page that has in their paper laminated. I know Scott Corliss, he has a ton. Well, I don't know about a ton, but he has extra ones that he has laminated. By all means, utilize them. It's for you. As long as it is the template that we have provided you guys, it'll be approved.
Do you provide the entire identifier we should use, or just a code? So if you weren't at the first event, you probably don't have the PVC identifier that we handed out while we were there. And what Bailey's saying is if you, like, I'll be at Clermont boat ramp right beside Waterfront Park, and I'll put the identifiers if you want to use it, or you can print the identifier off the members only page and use that, either laminate or put in one of your tournament tourney tag holders.
Yeah. And
we'll provide you the code that you're going to write in that identifier.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the code at 8:00 tomorrow. The code is going to be posted on our members only page, but as soon as it goes live on Fishing Chaos, you're going to get a notification of the identifier the same way that you would for a KBF monthly or anything on Fishing Chaos. Once the code gets released, the email address that's associated with your account, it'll go there, so you'll have it. But this is what the code, I don't know if you can see that, but that's what the template looks like. It's on our Facebook page underneath files. But as long as you have that code, that template, and the code, you're going to be good to go. Can everyone see that? So, yeah, Dave, I appreciate that. They are awesome. Todd, thank you for getting them for us.
And Alan, does that answer your question? And is Julia on here?
Yeah, because we have her board.
Yeah, if you're on here, Julia, just shoot me a text, And so I'll be, if you want to get your board, I'll be in Kissimmee tomorrow. And it's not the same code Sean had on his big one today.
No, it's not.
No, it's going to be a different code. Yeah, for sure.
No, it's definitely a unique identifier code that is made by some algorithm that Fishing Chaos uses. So yeah,
that's the code from the
first tournament,
Fellsmere Stick Marsh event. I haven't wiped off yet.
Yeah. So make sure you do have a Sharpie. I know I'm going to use Julia as an example. If you have extra catch boards, bring some extra catch boards. If you have extra, the reason we handed out the small Sean's mouth.
Yes, it was.
It was open,
but it was a true 21. If that mouth would have been closed, it was just over 21.
Yeah, but we allowed you guys to have the paper version just because, like with Julia, the first event, her catch board sank, and so did her identifier. So always carry an extra catch board with you and a couple identifiers. And yeah, that's pretty much that's all I have as far as like the rules and stuff goes. Just pay attention. I'm actually going to jump on I'm going to jump on Fishing Chaos and make sure that the line or the check-in feature is going to be open at 3:30. I don't think that it will, because it also might be linked to the 6:30 lines in tournament start time.
Okay.
So that's okay. What we'll do is, if that feature is not available, I'll call and talk to my Fishing Chaos POC tomorrow and see what we can do. But if it does not give you the check in the water option at whenever you decide to launch, just make sure at 6:30 that you hit that button, and then at 4:30, before 4:30 hits, that you also hit check off the water. And those notifications get sent to us on the admin side of it.
I'm trying to think. There was something in my head, but yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in there. There's something on top of my head, but I've hit my head way too many times being in the Army.
Yeah,
I think that pretty much covers it all.
Oh, someone asked if they catch a fish that is bigger than their catch board, what is going to be the length of that fish? It's going to be the length
of the board. Yeah, 26 or 32. I don't think anybody has.
Yeah, so if you catch a 27.5-inch bass, unfortunately, but good on you for doing that. But it's gonna measure 26 inches, unless you have a 32-inch board, and you can obviously identify it.
Yeah, it'll be uploaded to YouTube and Facebook, Michael.
Yeah.
So many Army jokes could have been deployed.
Oh, so Mike, he's a Marine, so we all have those jokes.
Are they even real? The Marines? I don't know.
So yeah, definitely you guys can go back and watch this. I'm trying to think of another question that I had.
Oh. Yeah, if G's on here watching too, just shoot me a message. I have your board also. I think I have one for G and one for
I think
Julie.
he's fishing
the bass.
Event this weekend.
I'll shoot him a message.
So yeah. Let me see real quick. I think I had something.
But if for whatever reason, I always carry an extra board, so I'll have two on me if anybody wants to borrow it. I'm not going to give it to you, but I'll let you borrow it.
So I wanted to show you guys real quick where to go to find the files on our Facebook page. We could probably, can we share it? Yeah. Can we share screen? We'll pull up and we'll share the screen. And also what I did want to talk to you guys about is 13 Fishing. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about, your 13 Fishing accounts.
You're going to the members only page?
Yeah, go to the members only page. Once we finish this, I'll kind of touch some of the 13 Fishing stuff I've been working. Okay.
Let's see.
All right, so we're going to pull up here the screen for our FKBT members only page. Is it there? Yeah, right there. All right, can everyone see this real quick? I'm dropping. Can you pull it up, or let me see if I can drop it in the. Are you guys able to see the FKBT members Facebook page? Just shoot me a thumbs up on the in the chat. Just somebody, so we know that we're good. Am I muted?
No, you shouldn't be.
All right. Are they doing it? Okay. Yep. All right. So you guys can see it. So what we're going to do, this is the members only page. You have files right here. All you got to do is click this file section and it pulls up here a little bit down PDFs. So you have your waiver release, you have all the rules, and then you have the FKBT ID cards. There's 2 different forms that you guys can use. They're the same ones. I just put them up there twice. But yeah, this is that form section or the file section on the FKBT members only page. There's also a Facebook post that I made that you can access that file. But that's where you can go. If you ever hear us say, hey, we dropped it in the file section for you to fill out, that can be how you can get to that option. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. And then next, we can stop sharing that. Stop screen. I'll do that. All right. So real quick, I dropped a post in our members only page earlier last week, and it was in regards to your 13 fishing accounts, and how some of you guys commented and reached out to me, and we were able to send those names up to our POC with 13 fishing to start working those accounts. Eric Samuels, if you're on here, man, we are working with our folks over there. It's showing on their side that your account is good, so we're gonna keep on working it. But I sent up like 10 names last week that should be getting worked on. So just stay patient with us. It is a lot for those guys to go in and create those accounts. If you're having any issues at all with your 13 fishing account, it's not properly showing all the discounts that you got that we are given, send me a message. Send Sean. Send a message to our FKBT messenger, and we'll work it. Don't reach out to 13 fishing yourself. We're that avenue. We have a direct contact with those individuals who create those accounts and manage them. So we will do that on your behalf, taken care of in a timely manner. However, we are at the mercy of a few people. They've been loaded up with a lot of stuff that they've been doing. So it has taken a little bit longer than what I would have.
If you, not to interrupt, if you print in black and white, we'll accept that.
Yeah. As
long as we can clearly identify it's our identifier, you're good to go.
Yeah, it's fine. The color I don't care about. As long as we can see that it's an identifier with our code on it, you're good. Yeah, that's awesome. And Sean Spears, I don't even know who that guy is. He says, I don't fish at all, actually.
My wife must have hacked my Facebook account.
Oh. So any other questions as far as where to go to get the file? Todd, if you still need me to send you that, just let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to do that afterwards. But yeah, that's all I really have. I want to keep it short and sweet. It's been 45 minutes was my goal.
What's the biggest fish that's been caught during pre-fishing so far? Anybody want to tell? Oh yeah. Hey, so
Will.
Oh, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, well, I mean, we both can.
Yeah.
Will, I appreciate that. That would have been really, really bad that we didn't talk about the meetup. So thank you. So can we pre-fish tomorrow? Tyler, I'm going to challenge you. In our rules, let us know what it says. If you guys can go in there and see that and see what the rule is and post it in the group chat for everyone else. Good question. But yes, you can pre-fish, but just tell me what the deadline is and that'll be good. 18 and a half, 10 and a half, or 10 and a quarter.
That's
boundaries. They're in the Fishing Chaos app. They're on a Facebook post. But yeah, we'll touch base in it in a second. The meetup is going to be, we'll put the address in the members only page, and I'll send it out in a link or in a push notification through Fishing Chaos. But we're going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings in Clermont. And the reason for that is we reached out to a lot of the businesses there in Clermont, and the parking is going to be very difficult for that time in that area with us having trailers. So we chose the Buffalo Wild Wings. They were generous enough to give us their party room for Saturday. So I really need to give her a solid number of how many people are expected to be there. So when I make that post after tonight's live, please, please, please go on there, because I want to give her a head count of how many people we're going to have there for Saturday. The meetup time, location, the time is going to be 5:30 p.m. to be in place at Buffalo Wild Wings. I think that gives you guys 2 hours to load up, get back to the boat ramp, load up, and to get to that Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm not going to be there. I have I have to go to my military Christmas party that I'm a part of, and I'm the not coordinator, but I'm putting on games for them. But yes, it's going to be at 5:30 at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Clermont, and we'll drop the address in the members only page. Like, comment, you're going to go, and I'll push those names up. I need to have that information before noon tomorrow. And then boundaries. Sean is going to touch on boundaries.
Yeah, so I mean, specifically, I'll read off the lakes. So Louisa, Minnehaha, Mineola, Cherry, Crescent, Palakaaha, Susan, Winona, Hawatha, Cook Lake, Wilson Lake, Lucy, and Emma. And specifically on those bodies of water you can access from Arnold Brothers. So I believe it's when you leave Emma, if you get into the river, you're going to run into a dam. Obviously, you can't cross that dam and keep on going up the river. That's your stopping point. The canals and creeks that connect the lakes are eligible water. We talked about it earlier. You can't cross, or you can't put in Arnold Brothers and go up to that it's a gauge. I forget the proper terminology, but the gauge station, you can't cross that private road in the Cherry Lake. So you would have to go to another ramp and access Cherry Lake the long way, which I think it's Clermont Boat Ramp to get up there. But I think that's pretty cut and dry and to the point. The canals and streams, part of the chain, and those lakes and how they're connected are fair game. Hopefully, does that answer your question, Mitchell? And let's see. Cherry doesn't have a ramp. No, it does not.
It does not have a ramp. You're exactly right, but you can free fall from an airplane into there. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Probably be definitely a long hike up to Cherry Lake.
Yeah, and a lot of the bass boats were. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna hide that.
Let's see.
5:30 p.m.
Dave Fields, TK. Oh, thanks.
Oh, thanks.
Wasn't listening. Thanks, Mitchell. Hey, just give me a call after this and we'll talk.
Or utilize Fishing Chaos show description. I put it all there.
Yeah.
It is in black and white. Again, that same information was given to the real tournament management. Your location, your exact location when you submit a fish is attached to that photo. If you're not in public or within those boundaries, your fish will be DQ'd. Get within the boundaries, fish inside the boundaries, or your fish will be bye-bye. How do you unhide? Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, Mitchell, I'm gonna send you a link, Mitchell, and you can hop on with us.
He's just being hard. He's just making jokes. That's all. We'll see who's making jokes on Saturday.
Other than that, I think that's about everything.
Yeah. What questions do you guys have about Saturday? Anything rules related? B-dubs? How is the reception? It's great. I had really good reception in there.
Yeah.
So
I FaceTime these guys and Facebook Messenger like 15 times over the last 2 days and been able to talk super clear the whole time. So
yeah, it's good. Now if you do have a terrible cell reception for whatever reason, remember Fishing Chaos does allow you to have the submit a photo with low resolution. Just make sure that we can share the screen for Fishing Chaos. Mike, we can actually bring you on after this show. If anyone else is curious on how Fishing Chaos works, drop it in the comment section. We can pull it up really quick and run you through it, and make sure you guys are squared away. Or we can do it on the back end, so we don't have to waste everyone else's time.
We can. Who posted that? I know the FK or KBF members only page had it. I think there's a tutorial for Fishing Chaos actually uploaded on YouTube that kind of gives a good breakdown. But if you need any help with Fishing Chaos, just give me or Bailey a call.
Yeah, and Nathaniel Holly, again, he posted a video about testing he posted. We'll go back and post or make it or pin it to our feed. And it's making sure that your settings on your phone are good to go. Or Nathaniel, if you don't mind reposting that, we'd really appreciate it. Or send it directly to Michael, if you don't mind. And what was Michael Parker saying?
I think he was asking about cell phone service or reception out there.
Michael, I'm not sure what you meant by cool don't, but
how's reception?
Or a good cool deal, probably.
Anyone know if there's a bass boat tourney Saturday? Saw them filming. Will look like pre-fishing. No, that's the MLF doing their team tournaments this week.
Yeah.
So I talked to the camera boats, and they're obviously they don't release the lakes to those dudes until the last minute. I think it's the night prior or the morning of, and they're not. The film crew didn't even know where they're going to be Saturday, essentially. So they may or may not be there. But I'm sure there's probably a public or a boat tourney going on there, probably from another club. Yeah,
I went out there 3 or 4 Saturdays now, and I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't see very many bass boats.
With those guys out there, like I mean, there's only 8 boats on the water fishing, and there's another 8 boats that are camera boats, and so there's not a lot of pressure out there. Obviously, it's the week right now. I've been fishing yesterday and today, and it's just there's a group of jet skiers running around on Louisa doing laps around Louisa.
Yeah,
for like hours. But other than that, it's been fairly quiet out there.
Yeah. One thing I will just mention: safety out on the water. Make sure that you guys have your registration, everything that you need to be safe or legal on the water. If you do have a motor, make sure you have your 360 light out there. You're following all the proper protocols for yourself, right? There are police that patrol that area, especially on Saturdays. So just make sure that you are legal. You're wearing your life vest, and you have a Rogue phone tether. That's all I'm saying. I lost one about a month ago. Not happy about it. Have some sort of device or thing that is tethered to your phone, so that you're not in a predicament like I'm in. So that's all I got.
All right. You know what I do with my phone tether? I took that rubber thing off of it. I just I get the phone case with the built-in ring on the back, and I just girth hitch it right through there.
Yeah.
And carabiner it to my life jacket.
Yeah. Have a whistle. Yes, that's going to be the first thing that they're going to ask if you have all your safety equipment.
Yeah.
I have been stopped out there, so within the river. So just make sure that if you are there, be courteous, be professional, and just answer their questions, give them their documentation, and they'll be nice to you and let you go on your way. They were nice to me. So
yeah, I mean, the quickest way to get through the game warden is just take a photo of everything that you need, registration, fishing license, and save it to your favorites in your photo section. That way it's just this one folder with very few photos in it, and you just pull it up and bring it. I've been stopped a couple of times. That's all I do. So,
and the boat ramp situation, the fines, make sure you pay. If you're going to an area that makes you pay for parking, pay for your parking, display that ticket in your windshield so that you guys aren't getting back to your trucks and your vehicles and having a fine. No one wants that to. You might have a rough day on the water. Last thing you want is to get back to your truck and see a little Clermont PD or FWC ticket on your windshield. But yeah, make sure you pay your dues and you're parking in the correct parking. If it says a trailer parking and you don't have a trailer or boat, don't park in it. They will fine you.
Be 65 and you don't need one.
That's true.
I identify as 65.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Any other questions that you guys have?
I feel 65.
Let's see what the final verdict is so far. As we're less than 24 hours before registration closes. So make sure you spread the word, get folks to get out there and register for the event. And yeah, have fun out there. That's the main thing. Go out there, have fun, build relationships, share your knowledge, and help the person out next to you.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to getting out there and meeting some of you new guys and gals and catching some fish.
Amy, take it easy on me, please. She kicked my butt at the Fellsmere.
I mean,
all of them did.
Yeah.
Dang.
Just throw a wacky rig at every cypress tree, and you'll catch 5.
Swim jig, wacky rig,
black with blue tip. I'll give you the juice. Black with blue tip.
For those of you that haven't pre-fished that area, it is like fishing in probably the darkest coffee water I've ever fished in.
In certain spots.
I have found very clear water.
I found bath water today.
Nathaniel, I know exactly. I can tell you other things.
I found bath water, crystal clear, today.
Mm-hmm. I found it. I didn't find any fish in that water, but I found that water.
I found them. So don't get discouraged. I think it's going to be an afternoon bite.
Mm-hmm. Yes, be persistent. That's all I got to say.
I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, from the last 2 days, any fish before 10:30 is a bonus, and then I think it kicks on.
No, there were no fish in the clear water. Plenty of yes, there are plenty of gators in there, for sure. Just be safe. Be courteous to those around you. Remember what some anglers are pretty nice and they like to have a conversation, kind of fish next to them. Make sure you know who you're fishing next to. Understand the rules. The etiquette from fishing on a kayak. And if you come up to somebody and you guys are having a conversation, and you guys are on the same page, just be courteous. That's all I'm going to say. Don't be rude either. There's ways to go about things and to politely say, hey, you're in my zone or you're in my area.
Yeah.
Again, just be professional.
Pickerels and mudfish is what I was talking about. Thought about asking y'all to make them scoreable.
I didn't catch a pickerel out there.
So, what was it, a year or two ago when I fished a tournament out here? I caught a bowfin just one after another. They were bad. I haven't hooked up with a single one in the last 2 days, but we'll see.
I'll show you.
That'll probably be all my bites on Saturday. It'll be 3 pickerel and 2 bowfin.
So I'm gonna do y'all a solid here. I'm gonna show y'all a picture real quick, and I'll show y'all where the pros were at. So in case you guys wanna take anything from it. Oh, let me go over here. I'm just going to show you all that.
That's pretty much the answer to the test right there.
That's the answer to the test. All right.
Get next to the hard dirt.
That's all I'm going to say. If the pros do it, you do it, right? That's what I'm doing. Because I'm not. I'm just going to be like, all right, there I go. So, no, but it did whenever they went out there and pre-fished and they were like telling me what all the MLF guys were doing. I'm like, well, that's pretty much what I was doing. And I was successful. So, not with big fish, but I got a limit each day I went out there. So, for those of you that I've talked to, just know the MFL guys are out there doing that same thing. So, have fun, be safe out there, catch some fish. And if you have any questions between now and tournament start time, get in contact with us. We're here to help. We're here to make sure that this event goes off pretty smoothly. And ultimately, at the end of it, crown a winner.
For sure. Looking forward to it. I'm stoked. We're having a little competition
tomorrow,
me and this guy tomorrow. So
yeah,
just call him tomorrow and just keep him preoccupied so I can win.
All right. So we're friendly competition. Nothing's really friendly around these parts.
It's spinning rods with 6-pound test all day tomorrow.
With one click of drag.
One click of drag. That's it.
That's it. On a 16-acre body of water.
With a lot of hydrilla.
That's it.
All right. You guys have a good night. And yeah, for sure. Julia G, if you guys are on here, reach out to me.
Yes. And
again, as usual, all our sponsors, thanks. You guys.
Yes.
You guys are saving the world, helping out this club. It's growing, it's continuing to get bigger, and I'm looking forward to moving this thing on from year to year. So no, not butterfly. No, butterfly. It's better than butterfly.
Yeah.
Better. It's somewhere out here on the western side of the state. So
I have found some fish. Let's just say that. So if you're in a KBF monthly, which you guys should, I'm not saying this, but if you guys are wanting, you're going out there pre-fishing, you're catching these 22-inch, these 21-inch bass, why not make it in a monthly competition, right? So you have a chance to win some money to get some of your money for traveling and fishing these events back, right? I've been doing it. I haven't been winning any money, but I've been finishing in the top 4, top 5 each one of the months doing it. But yeah, I highly encourage you guys to get out there and do some of those virtual month-long events with KBF. Not only KBF, they're all over Tourney X, Fishing Chaos. There's a ton of opportunity for you guys to go out there and participate in other events that are going on statewide and still, being able to pre-fish for our events. It's a win-win. Oh, Robert.
Brett's going to win.
So yeah, that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true, Robert Phillips. There are bigger fish in the sea, but unfortunately he has been winning a lot of them. But still, you do have a chance. On one of the months he's not fishing it. I'm tired of giving this guy my money, so let's band together and freaking put together a solid bag against the guy. Give him a run for his money. So, yeah, awesome. That's all I got.
That's all I got. All right. Y'all have a good night.
We'll see you guys on Saturday. If you guys are whichever boat ramp you're going to go to, just let us know. We'll be out there. Yeah, tight lines, guys. See you guys on Saturday.